Good evening. This is Wednesday, July 30th, 97 days until the 2008 presidential election. While the McCain campaign today began to back slowly away from its first dumbfounding TV commercial of this week, it also dropped a trail of breadcrumbs for when it has to climb down from its newest advertising stretch. Our fifth story on the countdown, the McCain campaign operations director selling hardest the bizarre contention that Barack Obama is actually Britney Spears. Just a celebrity, not a leader. He was the campaign manager for the re-election bid of Arnold Schwarzenegger, a man elected governor of California straight from the ranks of celebritude, whose movie True Lies runs again this weekend on TBS. On his website today, McCain's official blogger admitting the Arizona Republican got it wrong when he approved this message, implying that Senator Obama had canceled his visit to a military hospital in Germany because the media would not be allowed into that medical center with him. Quoting the backtrack, it does now seem that Barack Obama snubbed the troops for reasons other than a lack of photo op potential, but the initial reports were less clear. That's right, Senator McCain is blaming the media. Attack first, check facts later, blame the media last. But in case you thought the Arizona Republican is attack-free tonight, as we mentioned, he has approved this brand new message that isn't so much misleading as misguided.
He's the biggest celebrity in the world. But is he ready to lead? With gas prices soaring, Barack Obama says no to offshore drilling and says he'll raise taxes on electricity. Higher taxes, more foreign oil. That's the real Obama.
I'm John McCain, and I approve this message.
One former McCain strategist has today called that ad childish. John Weaver noting that McCain himself has qualified as a celebrity ever since he was shot down by the North Vietnamese. But on a conference call, McCain campaign manager Rick Davis defending the ad and disparaging the Democrat for, in effect, being more popular than the Republican. Saying of the attention that Obama received during his trip abroad, quote, it's much more something you'd expect from someone releasing a movie than running for president. McCain's senior strategist Steve Schmidt, who runs the day-to-day operations of that campaign and helped re-elect Uber celebrity Schwarzenegger, explaining all that went into the decision to feature Ms. Spears and Paris Hilton.
What we decided to do is find the top 3 international celebrities of the world. And I would say, you know, from our estimations, Britney and Paris came in second and third. So from our perspective, we have in this ad the 3 biggest celebrities in the world.
Yeah, if this is still 2005. Senator Obama on the campaign trail in Missouri, wondering what his opponent actually stands for, other than for attacking him. Also responding in kind, ad for ad, this evening.
He's practicing the politics of the past. John McCain. His attacks on Barack Obama, not true. False. Baloney. The low road. Baseless. John McCain. Same old politics, same failed policies. Barack Obama supports a $1,000 middle-class tax cut, an energy plan that takes on oil companies, develops alternative fuels, and breaks the grip of foreign oil. That's change we can believe in.
I'm Barack Obama, and I approve this message.
Time now to call in MSNBC political analyst Craig Crawford, also, of course, contributing editor with CQPolitics.com. Good evening, Craig.
Good to see you, Keith.
We can pick this celebrity ad by any corner and shake it and see how silly it might be, which the celebrities are that are included, the Schmidt link to Schwarzenegger, Weaver's observation about McCain's own celebrity status, the fact that large numbers of people actually really like Britney Spears and some of them even like Paris Hilton. But there must have been a point for McCain's people to do this. What is that underlying point?
Well, and Britney just was nominated for an MTV award, so she's really big now on a comeback. The strategy here appears to be go after Obama's greatest strength, which is his celebrityhood or popularity or however you want to put it. McCain advisor some weeks ago told me we're going to have to puncture his balloon before he floats out of our hands, and this is part of that effort.
But you have to, that effort has to be done artfully. There's that famous Leslie Stahl story, her critical report on then President Reagan, and she gets a call from Mike Deaver, and she expects something screaming and angry, and instead she gets a thank you for all that beautiful footage of Reagan smiling and addressing the happy crowds and all that. Is that the real headline here, that McCain has just spent a lot of money to show pictures of his opponent getting cheered by 200,000 people who are waving American flags?
Absolutely. I do get a kick out of this argument that I'm hearing from McCain. We heard it back in the primaries against Obama. Oh, you with all your big crowds and your eloquent speeches and all those votes you get, if it wasn't for that, I'd be winning this race. I mean, it's almost as if they're trying to attack him for being popular, the celebrityhood and everything else. But these things may stick with some people. I mean, there are some people who have some reservations about Obama, and a lot of voters, unlike those of us in the junkie class, who aren't that familiar with him. So they're trying to define him in their own way.
The backtrack on the Landstuhl, to add to the degree that it was, there was a backtrack there. It was a blogger. It was McCain's blogger, but there was a blogger, and that was it. There's been no statement or anything. But even that, was that done because they were really getting pounded? I mean, there were investigative newspaper pieces today on whether or not Obama thought he was going to bring the media with him or never had the plan in his head at any point, and it turns out it was the latter. Was it done that way, or was it simply done because the usefulness of the controversy to advancing the message had expired anyway?
I think that's one reason the celebrity ad came out so quickly. Is part of the strategy here is once you get caught, change the subject and launch a new charge. Someone who practices these dark arts once told me he called this the red frog green frog strategy. What it means is you shake a big ugly frog in your opponent's face and the voters, and you say, "Look at this ugly frog," and then when just as they're reacting to it and dissecting it, then you get another frog up there, say, "Look at this frog." You just keep switching the frogs, the ugly frogs, and that's what this strategy appears to be.
Well, one of the ugly frogs that was used today also was this. McCain hit on this word arrogant again regarding Obama, and the campaign certainly did. And yet, at the same time, this poll has come out that the Opinion Research did for CNN, and on the arrogance question, 63% answered no to the question of whether or not Obama is arrogant. A 63 no. McCain only got a 66. No, basically this is a statistical arrogance tie. So even if the negative narration breaks through the imagery, is it likely to have any kind of impact if the facts are so decidedly against the narration?
Well, maybe since Obama's actually the one who appears to be winning, it's easier to call him arrogant than the challenger, McCain, who appears to be behind. Again, what they have tried to do here is something I've seen for campaigns going back to 1988 in particular. I remember this stuff starting, where you try to find something that voters are concerned about with the opponent, and then you build on that storyline by adding episodes, adding facts. Because what happens is people, once they've drawn a conclusion, they don't scrutinize the facts as much if it confirms something they already believe. And that's what they're trying to do with this arrogant stuff.
And obviously, this plays right into that national crisis over Paris Hilton. Craig Crawford of MSNBC and CQPolitics.com. Great talking to you again, Craig.
Good to see you.